My name's Michael Boland, and I'm with the Presidio Trust, and I just wanted to start by welcoming you all here today and thanking you for bringing this amazing event to the Presidio. Thank you, really. I couldn't get any of those who participated in the education breakout session today to talk about the session we had, which was really fantastic, but I want to embarrass you all by asking you to raise your hands because we had a really great crew. All right, thank you. So, but just a little bit, just a high-level summary of what we talked about. We really focused on a handful of key things. We talked a lot about audience, kind of who are the key audiences that we think an education program can serve, some of the great vehicles we can use, techniques that we can use to engage those audiences and create a meaningful experience, and I'll talk about a few of those in a minute. We talked a little bit about content. What are some of the key stories that we think will resonate with young people, with individuals in the Russian community, with adults, with people in the Bay Area region.
So my name is Jerry Emory. I'm the Director of Communications for the California State Parks Foundation. We had a really interesting group and a lot of interesting resources in that group, in the sense that we had a variety of Russian journalists there representing different publications who are interested. They've already been writing about Fort Ross and are interested in continuing that. So I also will just talk about some themes and then some specific ideas that came out. Obviously, we can there's a film out already. We could think about packaging that somehow and trying to use that over the next year and a half. Placement on TV, KQED, maybe bookend it with something because it's an 18-minute film. It won't fill up a full half hour, but there's other ways to do some programming around that. There's a film also in progress right now by a gentleman in this room, and he's working with FRIA on that, so that's another resource that we all have to be aware of. There's a book in progress also by one of our speakers with Heyday Press that was mentioned today, and that'll be coming out in conjunction with the anniversary next year.
My name is Daniel Murley. I worked at Fort Ross for many years, was a ranger and archaeologist for the state of California, and the last few years I was curator at the Healdsburg Museum, and I just retired, so here I am back at Fort Ross, working with some old friends on the 2012 celebration. So Parks and Outreach, the folks that were on the media committee seemed to hit a lot of the things that we did, but I'll go over the things that we talked about. First, sharing some individual stories that Donna Posey asked us to share, and that one of the groups that we represent are the Native people. And so Glenn Ferris mentioned that the Kashaya and other people in our area are a major part of the story that we're trying to tell. Reaching out to people through the media these days, particularly online, is very, very important.
Hello, my name is Marina, Ilyin. I'm a preschool teacher, elementary school teacher, and my Fort Ross connections go back to being a park aide in the 70s, late 70s, earning my way to college, and also going up as a child and as a volunteer over the years, on and off, through the cultural history days. I was volunteered to speak on our committee that we talked about historic preservation. And we started out with 10 to 12 different stories, and everything ranging from the St. Herman, St. Peter the Aleut, and Tarakanov connection to how the Russians in 1925 went up and drove, hired taxis and stuffed the taxis like sardine cans and got everybody up there to get to the fort.